Thank you so much,
yeah.
Dr. Asselton. So tell us about your story and how you discovered plant-based diet.
Well, that all kind of goes back to the late 1970s when I was chairman of the Cleveland Clinic Breast Cancer Task Force. I became increasingly disillusioned with the fact that for no matter how many women I was doing breast surgery, I was doing absolutely nothing for the next unsuspecting victim. This led to a bit of global research, and it was quite apparent that there were multiple cultures where breast disease was 30 and 40 times less frequent than in the United States. And in rural Japan in the 1950s, breast cancer was very infrequently identified. Yet as soon as the Japanese women would migrate to the United States by the second and third generation, they now had the same rate of breast cancer as their Caucasian counterpart. Mm-hmm. Perhaps even more compelling was cancer of the prostate. In the entire nation of Japan in 1958, how many autopsy-proven deaths were there from cancer of the prostate? 18 in the entire nation. The most mind-boggling public health figure I think I've ever encountered. Mm-hmm. And by 1978, 20 years later, they were up to 137 compared, which really is minuscule when you compare it to the 28,000 men who will die this year from cancer of the prostate. But what I was really beginning to notice was that in this global research, I continually encountered cultures where cardiovascular disease was virtually non-existent. And then it became apparent that perhaps there would really be more bang for the buck if we could get people to eat in a way that they would eliminate or diminish the likelihood of having heart disease. Mm-hmm. It would also be a great service and help them to diminish the likelihood of having the common Western cancers of breast, prostate, colon, and pancreatic. But you can't just do this with the concept. You have to do it with research if you're going to convince people. Mm-hmm. So that was the origin where I started our first study on people with seriously ill with cancer to show that when they're eating plant-based, they could markedly diminish the likelihood of any disease progression